everybody. What's going on? It is Saturday. What's today's date? Today's the 30th. Yeah, all the days are running together. It's hard to remember what the dates are. Let me go ahead and add Danny. Here we go.
What up,
What's going on?
sir?
Oh, so I got your request and I added you in. Okay, so at least we know that works.
This is insane. I
Yeah, I don't
don't.
know. It seems like you have certain features that I don't, but yeah. Anyways, we can
I feel
talk
like
about
I
that
feel
later.
like Facebook is trying to be so advanced, but they're not. Like
Yeah,
I don't understand. But okay.
yeah, I don't get it either.
Lordy
But
Jesus.
hey, Danny,
About
how's it
this
going?
yawn.
I know,
I'm
right?
going
I've
good.
been,
I'm doing good. I'm trying to not.
well, before we get into the meat of things, let's do our intros and what we're about, and we can get to that.
I will let you take it away.
Okay. All right. So, hey everybody. I'm Wayne. That's Danny. We have come together to um put together I wouldn't say a support, but just a place for us to come together and just discuss different areas of concern, um, to celebrate each other, to lift each other up. Just created a space that allows us to do that. And her and I have been friends for over 20 years now. We met at Mason, instantly connected, and it's just been, we've been inseparable ever since. So her and I talk a lot about different issues that we deal with, whether it's, being women, being moms, working full time, friendships, whatever it is, her and I get together to discuss it. So we were like, well, why not have an open forum where we can talk to others who um, have experienced or are going through the same thing. So thus Just Winging It was born. So here we are. Each time we come on, we want to talk about something different, a different topic. So today we're talking about, balancing life. You know, we're, working. We'll do pre-pandemic. So pre-pandemic, we're working full time. We're taking care of ourselves, self-care. We're working out. We're taking care of the kids. Um, we're wives, we're daughters, we're sisters, we're friends. We're balancing all this at the same time trying to take care of ourselves. So I guess the question today is there such thing as a balancing act, or do we pretty much just let the chips fall where they may? Um, so you want to kick it off, or do you want me to
I
continue
don't,
talking?
I mean, I had to gather myself, first of all, and I think that's a good
Yeah.
segue into this whole balancing act because sometimes you feel like you have it all together and then other times you don't. And I think this is one of the times where I've had to tell myself it's okay to not be okay. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
it's because of what's going on in the world. I'm a super, super emotional person. And I've had to back away from social media lately because of what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's because I have a little black boy,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't ever want somebody to see him as a threat. And so a
Yeah.
lot of people, you post and you post the happy stuff and you post the 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 grass over sad stuff. But lately I've had to just be like, if it's not happy, I can't look at it. because I
Mhm.
will,
Mhm.
as you see, fall apart. And so the last couple of days, I've just been trying to relish and enjoying Caden and playing with him because I'm just like, one day I'm not going to be able to protect him. And it's not just him. You know, you have a brother, I have a brother, I have nephews, Caden's dad, my
Mhm.
uncles, you know, I,
Our
yeah,
dads.
our dads. I love black men, and
Yeah.
I don't ever want the phone to ring and it be about a black man I love and care for, and he's been harmed. So this is one of the times where that balancing act just tipped in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Because usually I can think about it, I can do something to distract myself, but it's like it was like a snowball these last couple of days. And I think just thinking about it, I was like, you know what, Danny, you've done a pretty good job of balancing. And it's okay every once in a while for this scale to tip in the other direction and just kind of say, you know what, I'm not okay. I can't balance
Mhm.
this. I can't balance
Mhm.
caring for my child, caring for me, working out, making food, making sure
Yeah.
everybody, making sure my house don't look like a hostel or, a hoarder's paradise. So I think this is one of the times where I was like, you know what, and then on top of that, add to that Mother Nature, because that
Yep.
has a way of
That plays a part
right,
too.
has a way of
Yeah.
tipping the scales. And the other day, I was just so tired, and I kind of just laid on my bed. I had the door open, and I could see, Bugsy from the door, and I was just like, I'm glad he's at the age where he can entertain himself, because
Yeah.
I just needed
Yeah.
a moment. You just need a moment sometimes as a woman, as a mom, and so this was one of the times where my balancing of everything kind of just it just fell to the other side.
Yeah.
It was definitely, I wasn't, and it's not, I don't even like to say I wasn't balancing it good, because it's okay to not be okay. I think that's
Mhm.
an important part that people need to understand. It's okay to say, you know what, this is too much. And that's what happened. I embraced it. I'm working through it, and eventually I'll go back to trying to create a balance. But right now, unbalancing is what I think is what I needed. So, yep. What about you? How are you balancing?
Um, it's been challenging. Especially pretty much what you just voiced. Like it's a constant,
Right.
these past few weeks. I mean, well, months. I mean, it's just been a constant, and it's something that, constantly builds and builds and builds upon all the weight that you're already carrying, that you're just like, well, I mean, geez, what am I supposed to do?
Right.
And like you said, it seems like our black males are the main target, but we're also targeted as well. So it's like we have to protect
Mhm.
all of
Yep.
us. Um, and as far as like balancing things at home, it's challenging because we're all home
Right.
and there's never a break. So, before the pandemic, there was school, there was daycare,
Right.
but now that that's no longer, the kids are home.
Right.
So it's just like I still have to work. So it's me, working on what I need to work on top of keeping an eye on
Right.
them and ensuring that, they're not doing anything to harm themselves or
Or each
each
other.
other. Because there've been a few, battles here and there.
Right.
And then, with the cooking and just taking care of things around the house,
Right.
it can take a toll. And then, I mean, on top of that, like, I don't know if Gianna is going through some kind of growth spurt or what's going on, but she has major attitude, like lashes out at Leah, like, and then last night just did not want to go to sleep. Like I put her to sleep, put her to bed at normal time, and then she's up like an hour or two later, put her back to bed. She's up again about midnight, roaming from room to room,
Wait a
talking about
minute. Ma'am. Like she hotel security.
Right? I don't know. Then she's like, I want to sleep with you. So I put her in the bed with me. She's tossing and turning, messing with me. She says I want to sleep with Leah. Put her in Leah's bed. She's tossing and turning. Then she comes back. I'm just like, what is going on?
Ma'am.
So it's just like, yeah. Most times I think that there is a balance, and then other times I just think it's just like, oh, we just gonna
Let
let
the
the
chips fall where
let
they
yeah.
fall. Like, you do what you want to do, friend. I'm going to bed. I'm going to sleep. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to sleep. You can entertain yourself.
I mean, yeah,
Well,
it's
she's almost at the she's in the terrible twos about to go to the three-nager phase because she's almost
yeah,
3. So
yeah.
I remember that, with Caden where it was just, sir, what are you doing? Like, where did my sweet baby go?
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe she's getting ready. She's going into that whole I'm about to be 3. I'm gonna do what I want phase.
Maybe
Maybe that's what's
so.
going on. Lord Jesus, girl. Yeah, you got a lot
And
going on.
prayerfully, yeah, prayerfully to bring a little bit more independence. Like we've gotten the potty training down to the, and it's even to the point where at night, I mean, she wakes up in the morning, she's dry.
Oh
So
wow.
now we're working on, getting her accustomed to going and getting on the toilet by herself with no
Oh
assistance.
wow. That's
So
good.
yeah, we've done it a few times, and she looks like a little old lady trying to turn
Child.
around and
Tell her to talk to her guy brother because he is just like, no, I don't have to go to the bathroom. But sir, what are you doing? And he goes in his he'll go. So yesterday when we get ready to go to bed, I usually start him off in my bed. We kind of decompress together, blah blah
hmm
blah, and then he'll say dinosaur bed, which means he's ready to go in his bed. And so
hmm
he got down off the bed and he was like, "Mommy, I not lay in bed." And I was like, "Okay." And then I said, "Did you gotta go potty?" No, mommy. No, no.
that hand.
So I get up and I go around to this other side of the bed. I said, "You gotta go potty." No, wait, hold on. Are you? Did you just use the bathroom and you're telling me to
hmm
wait and hold on? Yes,
hmm
he had poops, but he wasn't ready for me to change him yet because he knew he was going to get in trouble. So
Ah,
that's his thing. He will if he's around me, he'll kind of like scoot away because he thinks I can't smell it, I guess, or
right.
he'll go in his room. Last weekend, he went in my room and closed the door, and I was looking for him, and I was like, where is he at?" Because it was like super quiet. And sometimes he does that. He'll just go in his room and be playing on a tablet or playing with toys. But he was like really quiet this time. I went and I was trying to open the door. He was leaning up against the door because he did not want me to come in. And when I finally pushed him out of the way, wait, no, mommy, no, no. I was like, oh, okay. So, and I've heard that boys are harder than girls, but I'm
Yeah.
like, bruh, I did not know it was this. And he goes to the potty daycare, so he knows what to do. He just
Yeah.
chooses not to do it at home. So tell her to close her eyes and send some juju over here to him so he can go to the pot himself. Like,
He'll have that aha moment where he'll be like, "Okay, I'll go now." Like,
hopefully, because I'm like, at daycare, he's like a totally different kid. His teacher said, oh, he woke up at nap time and told me he had to go to the bathroom. I'm like, what? Who is that
he don't do
kid?
that
Right?
here.
No, he
Right.
don't do that. He will. The only time he'll go to the bathroom is if he doesn't have a pull up on. And so I
Mm.
do that, But most of the time, he's walking around naked around here because that's the only way he will go to the pot. That's the
Oh
only way.
wow.
Yeah, he won't. If I put a pull up on him, he not gonna go. He not gonna tell me. No,
Maybe it's time for underwear.
girl, we tried that.
Uh,
He will wear he will wear the underwear at daycare. Soon as he come home and hit the door, mommy, I wet.
wow, that's
Why
interesting.
didn't you just say potty? Why didn't you just say potty?
Yeah.
And then he'll walk all wide leg because he don't want to touch it. So I don't know. I guess he's just I guess like you said, he'll have an aha moment. He'll be like, you know what? It's time for me to stop wearing pull ups or wetting on myself in my big boy underwear, and I'll just go like a big boy.
Yeah.
So how's Aaliyah doing? How's she's doing? How's she doing with her school year ending? How it ended and being home with her sibling and her mom and her dad and stuff.
She's handling it a lot better now.
Okay.
Initially, she was just like, "Well, why can't I go back to school?
Right.
Like, I want to see my friends. I want to talk to my friends. I miss my teacher." Thankfully, her teacher does do Zoom meetings twice a
Oh,
week,
okay, that's good.
so she gets to see her and talk to her friends. And they do different activities. Like I think they did a scavenger hunt and something the other day.
Mhm.
Um, but she wants to go back. She's hoping that she gets to go back. And then it was funny because the other day I got an alert from her dentist saying that it was time for her appointment,
Mhm.
and she was like, "I ain't going to no dentist. Haven't put their hands in my mouth with this virus going."
Like somebody old lady. She sound like an old lady. Oh God.
I couldn't help but
Oh
laugh,
God.
like, cause yeah, she is
She said, if
funny,
I can't go to school, I'm not going to the dentist. You're not finna get me.
pretty
That
much.
is funny. Kaden went to the dentist a couple weeks ago, and I was kind of surprised because I thought they were only doing, emergency stuff. But
Yeah, yeah,
they sent a notice around saying that they were open for non-emergency appointments, and so we went in there and they had, the mask on, the PPEs, and the little shield, and they checked them on up and
yeah.
all that stuff
Okay.
like that. So it was a much more cleaner, sanitized. Not that the dentist is dirty, but it was a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
more
yeah.
precaution than normal.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, if there's any consolation to Aaliyah, not that she care, but let her know that it was they being and they had the gloves on and the mask and
Right.
all that stuff like that. So
Because I know that they're both due for their wellness, but I'm
right.
just like, I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah.
they could wear their mask and everything, and I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm just leery about it.
No, I know,
Um,
I know. I definitely get it, especially since, like you said, they haven't been going to daycare and stuff like that. Because Kaden still goes to daycare. They just have the kids 2 and over. Wear I don't know what he's doing with that basketball. Wear masks, and they don't have to keep the mask on all day. They just have to wear it when they're entering and leaving the building, and then they kind of just let the kids keep it down, because you know how kids are. They don't. As soon as I pull
yeah,
it out to put it on Kaden, he's like, "No, mommy, no, 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 I don't want to put it on." And so I try to honor his wishes because it's uncomfortable, and I
yeah.
found out that when I'm in the store wearing it for longer periods of time, that it's just too much. And then I got glasses, so my glasses
It
be
is.
all
I know, be all
foggy. Yeah, I'm
foggy.
like,
Yeah, I start having like a slight panic attack
right,
because I feel
exactly.
like I
Can't
can't
breathe.
breathe with it
Yeah,
on. Yeah,
exactly. So I
yeah.
try to honor his wishes, and I put it. I think he kind of has gotten used to it. He puts the mask on. They take his temperature when he goes into daycare. All that stuff like that. They do a handoff, and then when he comes out in the evenings, he has it. He has it on, and so I think that's why I was okay with him going to the dentist, is because he's been a lot around a lot more people, or
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, but I definitely understand the precaution because you never know these days. Somebody asked me, "Oh, when am I gonna see you?" I was like, "If I haven't seen you since February, friend, I'm not. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Probably gonna see
Right?
you no time soon.
Better get on Instagram or Facebook. This is the time to activate your social media because you won't be seeing me in person. Not at
uh,
all. Sheesh.
but I like the point that you said about being okay with not being okay,
Mhm.
because I think a lot of times like we feel like
Mhm.
we have to be okay, like we
Mhm.
have to carry the weight,
Yep.
and we have to say, oh yeah, I can carry it and I'm good and I'm, I it doesn't bother me, but knowing goodness well that you about to break at any
Pretty much,
moment as soon.
basically. And I don't. You know what? I don't. And I feel like it's. I feel like this is kind of what we're taught. Men are taught to not be emotional, and women are taught to be emotional, but you don't want to be too emotional because people gonna view you as too emotional, and then you have to
Right.
be this strong black woman who's like
Hmm.
superwoman. And I'm like, I'm not trying to save everybody. Like, I'm just trying to keep myself alive. Like, you know
Pretty
what I'm saying?
much.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just too much. And, it's just too much. And I think I saw something, I think, was it this month that was mental health awareness? And I was like, it's not, mental health is not just people who have mental, diseases, because that's what it is, a disease. It's for people understanding that it's okay to not be okay. Like, take care of
Yeah.
yourself, back away from what is causing you distress. Social media, people, the whatever it is, it's okay to not be okay. Like,
Yeah, I've had to take several breaks from social media
right.
because of just stuff that you see and you hear, and then the fact that maybe knowingly, not knowingly adopt it
Yep.
so that you start feeling bad
Yep.
about yourself or
Mhm.
feeling a certain way about yourself.
Yep.
And like you have to recognize that you're doing that
Mhm.
and say that, hey, you know what? This isn't healthy. I need to step away because this is making me feel some kind of way.
Yep. Most definitely. And like, I mean, I think like you said, you sometimes you don't even realize you're internalizing this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
just think, oh, this is something I'm reading, and then eventually you start thinking that, or you start feeling that. And you're just like, where the heck did this come from? You realize you've been going down a rabbit hole in social media because that's what it is. Sometimes you look at one post and then you
Mhm.
go to another post. You go to somebody comment.
Mhm.
Not next thing you know, you on Six Uncle Removes page looking at somebody. You like, who is this? How did I? How did
Right.
I even get here? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like this is too much. Like,
And then just
mm-mm.
like the comments themselves can, take up
Yep,
hours
yep,
depending on what you're looking at.
yep.
And I know like I'm in my video I mentioned last week that we'll post pictures and things up, and I've seen a lot of like people attack because
Mm-hmm.
of the image that was posted up, and I'm just like, I mean, if you can't say anything positive, then just keep it rolling. Like you don't have to look at it. That person
Right,
felt that they wanted to post that picture because they felt a certain way about it.
right.
So let them post it.
Right,
Like,
right. I don't understand what this is about our generation or the generation after us that feels like they have to comment on everything. Can you just scroll by
yeah,
and leave it be? Like I don't understand. You just asked me to turn on Spider-Man.
the life of a mom.
Like you repeatedly asked me to turn on Spider-Man and now that Spider-Man is on, you want to watch basketball.
But for the comments that I've seen, like it's not always like commenting like um I don't know, it could be positive or it could be like, well, that shirt doesn't look good on her, or she should have done this instead of that. And it's more tearing down
Right.
than uplifting.
Hmm.
And I think that's where we struggle the most. Like
Right.
we're so busy, and I think most of it is because we're struggling internally with
Hmm.
ourselves. Like there's a struggle within ourselves that either we don't like something,
Right.
or we think that someone has it better than we do,
Hmm.
so I'm not going to like them because of that. So m- what I do is I tear you down so that
Yeah.
you can feel like I
Right.
feel.
Exactly. No, I get it. I get it. You know. I don't but again I don't understand why what happened to the you see something in somebody and you say to yourself, child, and then you just keep it moving. Like, why do you
Yeah.
need to? Why you gotta say it out loud? I mean, why you gotta say it out
Yeah.
loud? Like you said, what is it about yourself that makes you so unhappy that you have to project that on to someone else? Like, just let that
Yeah.
person wear that shirt, and maybe that shirt is something somebody gave them that meant something or whatever.
Right, you just don't know.
Thank you, sir. You got me.
Hey, Kaden.
Child, it's just jumping off the furniture. I don't get people these days. I think social media also provides people too much access to other people.
That's true. And especially now, seeing that no one has anything to do, so
Right.
everybody's on social media.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. And sadly, sometimes you see how somebody really is, off of their social media, and
that's
then other
true.
people live a lie on social media. So it's like you don't know what to believe, which is why
Yeah.
I'm just like somebody be like, prime example, somebody sent me a message about something, and they said, oh, don't talk to so and so, and I was like, I don't talk to them. Well, I see you. I see that you're a friend on Facebook, and I was like, "Thank you, Kaden. Please understand, just because somebody's my friend on Facebook does not mean they're my friend in real life. Like,
Right.
thank you, Kaden. So I don't. It's just Facebook, social media. Period. Is just it's not real life, and I wish people would understand that.
I agree. I agree. And most people are just going to show you what they want you to see,
Right.
not necessarily what's actually going
Sir.
on. Thank you, Kaden.
My goodness.
Yeah, but I think we pretty much concluded that there really isn't a balance. It's more of like today I was able to get everything done. Tomorrow, I mean everything may just come crashing down and
Right.
we might just have to wing it
Pretty much,
till
basically. No, no, like for real. I think every day is a
a new
every
challenge.
exactly. It's a new challenge, and then some days you might you. It's not even it's not even about wanting to perfect the balance. It's just making
Mhm.
sure that everything that needs to happen happens. Like your kids are well, they're fed, like nobody
That's true.
died, you didn't end up at the hospital, like you're able to hug your children and put them to bed at night. You have to start thinking on that type of level instead of
Yeah.
trying to be like, oh my god, this and this fell apart today. You know what, somebody out there in the world doesn't have their child to hold, or doesn't have a partner to
Mhm.
sleep next to at night, or lost their
Mhm.
partner or whatever. So I think it's just about finding the things that you take for granted and just celebrating those. I think
Yeah.
another important thing, I was reading on one of our friends' pages, Faith, and she said, she didn't feel like working out, but she went to work out. And it's just like, you know what? Celebrate that. Celebrate the fact that you could have
Yeah.
been like,
That you
I don't
made the
want to work
effort.
out. Yes, but you showed up
Right.
and you did what you could do. And then, you went on and you decided to chill. People just need to learn how to celebrate that. You know
Mhm.
what
The
I'm saying?
small
Exactly,
victories.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like celebrate that, man. Celebrate that you got out the bed, cause sometimes getting out the
That you woke
bed, right?
up.
Exactly, is
Yeah.
a struggle, man. Like
Yeah, that's
pretty
true.
much, even if you rolled out the bed, at least you got out the bed. You know what I'm saying?
At
Like
least you
at least you got out the bed.
and to practice
Right?
gratefulness.
Exactly,
Like
exactly.
I know I'm guilty of like waking up, be like, dang, it's morning already. I
Right,
gotta do this. But just being appreciative to the fact that okay, you did wake up,
right.
like
That
you're
part. That
breathing, you're
part. That
healthy.
part.
You know, so
Hmm?
what's
Yes, sir. You heard him whisper. Like, what is he talking? What is he talking about? Oh, okay. Go ahead and get it. He threw his ball behind the TV and he was trying to tell me that he was going back there to get it.
oh
I was like,
gosh.
okay, sir. That whispering. Yeah, but I think I just think like we're saying, it's just about celebrating the stuff that you take for granted and understanding that that's the important stuff.
Mhm.
That's the important
Mhm.
thing. So
And then there's always, I mean, you do what you can today, and then you pick up again
pretty
tomorrow.
much,
You know?
basically, man. Like, okay, if today you didn't do laundry, okay, so and what? Like, you still got clothes to put
Yeah.
on. Hopefully, I mean, even if it's the laundry day clothes, and then maybe you'll do laundry tomorrow, or maybe you'll do it Monday or Tuesday. Either way, eventually you'll know it'll get done. Like, the
Mhm.
house ain't gonna die if you don't do the laundry. Good
Right.
job, thank you, sir. So I think it's just especially now that they're during this pandemic, it's like, yo, like life is not going to be normal, and it's going to be a new normal. And I think people
Most
just need to
definitely.
learn how to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
just deal with that, yo. Protect yourself, stay safe, stay healthy. Like, that's all you can
Yeah,
do,
and just
man.
know that okay, it's going to be something new, but we will adapt.
Right, exactly.
Like it's not the end all be all.
Right,
Like we can adapt to this new norm that we're going to have, and we can be just as successful if not more.
right.
So,
Well, that's true.
yeah, it's just taking it one day at a time,
Right.
one challenge at a time.
What? Michael Jordan, or you want Space Jam? Oh Lord,
He done gone through like 4 or 5 movies.
child. And then you want Space Jam? Is that what you want? What do you want? This is Michael Jordan. See, look, the other Michael Jordan. This is the other Michael Jordan. This one right here. Go point to it, Kaden. The problem is sometimes when he's talking about Michael Jordan, he's talking about Space Jam. And then other times when he's talking about Michael Jordan, he's talking about the they have this special on Amazon called Airtime, and it's
Oh,
about
uh-huh.
like the early years of Jordan, and so he likes watching that. So I have to go through like three different Jordan movies to find out
Yeah.
which one he wants to watch.
It sounds
So
like Gianna and Frozen.
chill.
Which one?
Right,
Or Lion King?
right.
Which one?
And then he'll
Yeah.
fast in Frozen. He'll fast forward to the part where the little sprite is like, oh, whatever. And I'm like, sir,
Oh,
we gotta sit through all this so you can just watch that one little part. Friend, mommy, you Elsa. Okay, sir. Then who are you? I
I
Anna.
guess he
No, he
Kristoff.
said he was
Oh
Anna.
no, Yana. Oh nah.
I said, Lord, sir. Okay, be who you want to be. Who you want to be. Ain't neither one of us got no Frozen clothes, but you talking about Elsa and Anna. What you
Right.
want? You want minions? Oh, now you want Elsa. Okay.
That sound like he trying to
Right.
take over
He
our
is.
little
He is.
discussion over here.
He is. That's what he did. That's what he did. Yeah, but I mean, how are you holding up? Like, like, I guess mentally, because that's the other thing. If you're not okay, then your house is not, you know, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And like initially initially it was okay because I was like, okay, we're gonna be, in the house for a little bit and this and that and the other. And then
Right.
it extends for like months
right.
and you're just like, what is going on? Because one, I was already working from
Right.
home
I remember.
and I was at home by myself.
Right.
So I was accustomed to the
right.
quiet, to me just roaming around doing what I do as I see fit,
Right.
and now I have three other people here.
Right.
It takes a toll.
Right.
And then on top of that, just trying to improve of myself, like trying to read and reflect and meditate and just like try to figure out, now that I have the time to do it,
Mhm.
now's the time for me to actually study and learn more about myself to
Right.
better myself, which there's another place where you kind of have to figure out, okay, well, where can I fit that
Right.
in?
No, I dig it. Yeah, that's why I was like, how are you doing? Because I don't have a house full of people. It's me and Kaden and Zakia, and Troy does come over, but he goes back to his own apartment. Within a day or so. So we haven't been together that much, like your house is, and so that's why I was like, how are you doing? Because I get a break, I take Kate in the day, I could
Yeah,
take Kate in daycare, and that's my time to kind of go work out and then catch up on my devotional if that's what I choose to do, or read, a couple pages out of a book I want to read, or and then of course do my work,
right.
uninterrupted. But I just I can't imagine having a house full of people, and I already feel like I'm cooking more, because I have to make sure Kaden has
Yeah.
lunch now. I have to make sure he has breakfast because before daycare was taking care of all that because of the pandemic, they've shut that down.
Oh
So
wow.
we have to provide breakfast, we have to provide lunch and a snack. And so I've just been buying his snack in bulk and taking it there. So I don't have to remember
Yeah.
that every day. But of course, when he get home, mommy snack. He want a snack when he get home. Then he want dinner. Then he want an after dinner snack. Then he laying in bed playing with the tablet and he want a snack to eat then. I'm like, sir, why you gotta eat all these snacks?
He sound
So
like his god sister. She walks around all day begging for food. Like she would have just I'm serious. She would have just eaten breakfast. I had crackers. I want ice cream. I want chips.
they be
I want
they be so
juice.
random with the requests. Like, how is it
Yeah,
8 o'clock in the morning and you asking for a lollipop?
exactly. Yep.
No.
Yep.
But I feel like the other thing is going back to the whole balancing act. I feel like sometimes when he wake up, especially on the weekend, he be like, "Mommy," and I be like, "Yes, Ken." I be like, "What you want? Some waffles? No pizza." You know what? Okay, here you go. Go on and eat it. Long as you're eating, friend, I don't care. Like,
Oh man.
I sure do. I
Yeah.
let him have a slice of
It's
pizza, and I
it's
was just
like
like,
that.
you know what? Because I mean, I'm not finna get in here and slave over these waffles that you not gonna
Yeah.
eat. But if I know you gonna eat this
Right.
pizza and you gonna eat these
Yeah.
grapes, you go ahead and eat this pizza and this grapes.
I
Like,
definitely feel you on that because
oh
it's like I know you're gonna eat
god,
this,
right.
so let me just go ahead and give you this and not waste my
Right,
time cooking
like,
this for you to waste it because then I'm gonna be
yes,
really,
right.
yeah,
Then you stuck with some
yeah,
waffles or pancakes that everybody else didn't want, but you fixed it because you thought you was doing being a good mom and whatever. You done made everybody a nice breakfast, and people talking, oh no, I just want cereal. What? Oh, okay. Let me just give you what you want so you can eat it and I can go about my business and drink my tea in peace.
Pretty much, as long as you eat.
Pretty much basically. So that's been a where I've just let the scale, the balance in that just like, no. Ain't no balance in that. You ain't no nutritious breakfast. If you gonna eat this, then this is what you gonna eat. Cause I'm
Yep.
not forcing you to eat no oatmeal. I'm not forcing you to eat nothing. So
And I'll be quick to make Gianna an almond butter and jelly sandwich, and she tear it
pretty
up.
much basic. Pretty much basically with me and Troy was laughing because I think Caden went through almost a loaf of bread in a weekend because all he wanted one weekend was sandwiches. And we was like, you know what? Here. Like we not
Yeah.
finna make no pot. We not finna make you eat the spaghetti or these. Nope. You eat this and you're not losing no weight. You're not sickly. So go on and eat these sandwiches. And he sure did go through almost. I think by the end of by Sunday or Monday, it was like 4 slices of bread left in that loaf of bread because we just let me sandwiches.
Hey, long as he eating. And it's not like it's something he does every
No,
day. So
no. He's just randomly he'll go through a period where he just wants apple butter sandwiches, and we'll just be like, okay, here you go. Other times he'll just want grapes. Caden is a very like weird eater, and I'm hoping he grows out of it. I'm hoping that he'll try to eat other stuff that he ate when he was a baby because the stuff he ate when he was a baby he won't eat it now. So I
mm,
mean, hopefully in the next couple years he'll open up his palate. But right now it's pretty much pizza, grapes, sandwiches. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure they'll expand as he gets older.
he'll eat at other people's houses. Like when he was at my mom and dad's for a couple weeks, my mom and dad said he ate pretty much whatever he put in front of them. I mean, they put in front of him as long as we request that he didn't eat any beef or pork or stuff like that. But
Yeah.
he pretty much ate whatever they gave him. I'm like, oh, so it's only around me that and his daddy that he
Mhm.
don't eat
Mhm.
stuff. What's the matter? Okay, let me see it. How's your family doing?
They're good.
That's good.
They were actually up here this past
Oh,
weekend.
nice. Okay.
Yeah, hanging out for a little bit.
Okay.
So
That's good.
yeah, everybody's good.
Good. Good. Good. Yeah, that's been the other the blessing is I've gotten to see my parents a little bit more, but then it's just like I kind of want the normal to go back, but then I kind of don't because I like being able to go down there whenever I feel like it. Like I could
Yeah.
go down today and just stay, for a couple days. But
Right.
when everything goes back to normal, it won't be that way. So
Nope. Yeah, I feel you on that.
yeah, you have to
It's
wait.
definitely nice to be able to come and go as you please.
Such a faker. Oh, yeah, but this is yeah, yeah. I think what we've concluded is that there's no balancing act, and you just kind of take it each day at a time. Some
Yep.
days you do better than others. I think we just, like we were saying, need to get out of the habit of thinking that there has to be that you have to be balanced. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you pretty much just gotta prepare for whatever comes and take it in stride. Sometimes you gonna cry on the way to taking the kids to daycare or school, and sometimes you get everybody out the door by 6:30. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's like
Yeah.
that. Like you do what
Yeah,
you
and
can.
then too you have to like try not to beat yourself up too much over
Right.
what you didn't get done or
Right.
what didn't go the way you expected. And then
Definitely.
on the flip side of that, you have to celebrate what did,
Yep.
even if it's as little as okay, the kid ate breakfast this
Pretty
morning
much
without a
basically.
fuss, you know? I mean, it doesn't have to be anything huge. I mean,
Right.
the smallest things can be
Yep.
huge victories.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yep.
So it's just like however the cookie crumbles, you that's just how we gonna roll with it for that
Pretty
day.
much
And
basically. Pretty
then
much
the next day
basically.
you just pick up, and keep it moving.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So yeah, I think we both needed this today, and I
We
hope
did. We did.
the discussion was helpful for others as well, and they enjoyed it.
We hope you guys got something out of it because I definitely needed this. I needed to know that it's okay to not be okay, and there's no balancing act. Like you pretty much,
Pretty much.
there's no balancing act. We all just winging it. That's pretty much what we doing. Like we just winging it.
Yeah, weren't given any instruction manuals for anything.
Pretty
We're
much
pretty much just
basically.
figuring it out as we
Pretty
go.
much basically.
and learning as we go along to apply to whatever other challenges we
Yeah.
face. So,
Sometimes life just comes at you like my 3-year-old just came at me in my back earlier during the conversation. It just jumps on you and be like, I'm here. What you gonna do?
right.
So yeah. So if
Yeah.
there's anything you guys want us to talk about next time or in an upcoming episode, message me or message Ween or head to our page, just winging it with Ween and Danny. And we'll see what we can do.
Yeah. So,
Check us
until next time,
check us out on
folks.
Instagram.
Yeah, we're on Instagram too. Check us out.
All right, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Love ya.
Love you, Ween. Bye.
All right. See ya.